Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another podcast. I am Isaiah. I am joined by my co-host Alex, and today we're gonna yap.
We are gonna
We
yap.
are gonna yap
gonna yap.
about social media trends because we're sick of it. We're sick of it. Why don't you start? What?
I was gonna say, which one are you sick of? Like,
Okay,
which one
honestly,
grinds your gears? Because I know which one grinds my gears.
I'm sick of all of them, but I think what I'm really sick of is just like I'm sick of like the morning routine ones because
Yeah,
honestly,
that one guy really
you are
popped
not doing
off.
that morning. Like, okay, that man with his ice bath, that's crazy.
No, that guy popped off. Like
That's
it's
crazy. But I never really liked them because it's always like so fake. Because if I made like a morning routine video, I would just be lying.
What would you? What? Walk me through your morning routine right now.
Okay, my real one or my social media one?
Do your social media one, and then we'll do
Okay.
your real one after, and then I'll do the same.
All right, social media one. I wake up at a sensible 5:45 a.m. First thing I do is my morning yoga, followed by kombucha. Then I do an everything shower, but that only has 6 minutes allotted to it. After that, I exfoliate, I lotion, I put my 7 creams on.
Yeah. 7.
Then
Okay.
I make
Well.
sure to meditate. I call mom. And
Okay.
I do an ice bath, freezing cold.
Yeah.
And then after that, I spend an hour a day on my affiliate marketing. And then I go to the gym. And then I drive to my 9 to 5. And that's my morning.
Okay, so now what's your real one?
I wake up at maybe like 8 a.m. I'll be watching TikToks. I actually just started getting into overnight oats, so I'm a little woke like that, but very minor levels. I mean, I'm not like a complete deranged maniac. I do hygiene stuff. You know, I shower once every 4 months, but but you know, there's something. But no, the morning routines are dumb. What's your morning routine?
Do you want the social media one first, or okay? So my social media one, I wake up at 4 in the morning. I pray to God, and then I then proceed to go on a 5K run.
Okay.
The moment I get home, I then go and walk my dog for another 5K, and then after that,
is the dog in the room with us? Oh fuck! You do have a dog. I forgot you had a dog. Sorry.
I go walk the dog, and then when I get home, I'll proceed to eat 10 raw eggs, followed by an ice bath. Then I'll do 100 sit-ups, followed by a shower, and then I'll go and trade crypto for the rest of the day.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That's not that unbelievable for you.
No? Okay, so do you want me to walk?
The only thing I don't believe is the 5K.
No. So like my actual morning routine, I wake up, I don't know, like 5 a.m. I'll check my phone. I'm trying to start to go to the gym in the morning, but like it's there's some days where like you know it gets the best of me. Like the TikToks just be hitting in the morning, and then I probably go to work. To be honest,
you know what?
I don't do a whole lot. Like I'll do like my sorry. I guess I'll go into more detail. I'll do all my hygiene stuff. Like I'll go like shower. I'll like shave.
You shower?
I do shower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, but like I remember like this is a bit past social media, but I remember like have you ever seen Mark Wahlberg's morning routine, or like just like his day routine?
No, but
he works out like 4 times a day. He works out like 4. He gets up at like 3 in the morning.
Wahlberg again?
He was in the Boston Marathon movie. He was in the Transformers.
He's the actor guy.
He's in Ted. He's in Ted.
Okay, yeah.
The teddy bear movie. But yeah, he wakes up at like 3 in the morning. He like works out, and then like he eats his eggs, and then he has morning meetings, and then he has like that's like the span of like say 3 hours, and then if he's nice, he has 30-minute family time, and then it goes straight back to the next workout, and then it goes back to work, and I think like the entire thing he gets every single day. He apparently only gets 6 hours of sleep, and he sees his family for 1 hour a day, and people praise them like, oh my god, his work ethic is so impressive. It's so like motivating, and I'm just kind of like, nah. One, it's fake, or two, that's like because like there's no way that guy doesn't wake up and he's just hungover, or he just wants
waking
to
up
watch...
and checking his bank account.
No, like straight up.
He's moving around money. He's buying shit. Whatever.
No, but like you're telling me there's not like we're all human, right? Like there's gonna be a point where like you're just gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, you know what, I can't fucking do this anymore. Not like that, sorry, but like, you know, like
Yeah.
just like, you know what, I'm just gonna doom scroll for a little. I'm
Well,
just gonna
I don't know. I've actually met some people that are like not about that. Like I know a couple people now that are just completely off social media, and I think they're strong people.
how are they doing?
But I don't know. I feel like everybody has their vices because like
Yeah.
this one person in particular I'm thinking about, they wake up and like they don't have any social media, and they like sit in their car and just like read a book for an hour. Which nothing against that, but it's like we're filling our time with different
I'll do
things.
that. I'll do that like on my break at work. Like instead of like going on, like I'll read a book or something like that. Like I'm trying to like, again, like I guess this is where it comes from. Like I'm trying to consume less social media.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that though, like I'm hooked. Like there's some days where it gets the best of me, right?
Yeah. Can I get really woke?
Yeah, you can get woke.
Do you think that maybe social media has made you think being on social media is a bad thing? So now it urges you to quit social media?
You know, it's crazy. I never actually really thought about that until you said that. And it kind of pisses me off that you
Because-
just, because, you know, we're going to wrap up this podcast. We're both
Yeah.
going to go our separate ways. Except now when I'm going to bed at night, that's what I'm going to be thinking about as I'm doom scrolling my fucking TikTok before I go to bed, dude.
You know what?
It's
Like,
actually going to drive me fucking crazy now.
I don't know. My opinion on like the whole doom scrolling and all these like other trends about like, oh, you're on social media too much is like, don't get me wrong. I think there's a limit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wake up and you do your priorities for the day, like if you're still getting shit done,
Mm-hmm.
spend your time however you want. Because if you're not doom scrolling, you're probably watching movie marathons. You're
Mm-hmm.
probably doing other things. Like everybody needs time to unwind.
And they just do
fill
it
it up with
differently.
ways that make you want to be the person you want to be.
Yeah. So everyone do an ice bath when they first wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
'cause
As
otherwise
long
you're a
as you get
failure.
in your yoga time
Yeah, as long
and
as
your ice bath.
yeah, as long as you dunk your face in a fucking bucket of ice water every morning, that's our definition of success.
Yeah, but I feel like that kind of gets into like bed rotting too.
Like what? Like it's almost like you're doing too many healthy stuff that like it's becoming
Well,
unhealthy in a sense.
Okay, let me tell you my relationship with bed rotting.
Okay.
So I don't really bed rot that much anymore, but in times where I did bed rot, I feel like low key, I was just kind of depressed.
Yeah.
Like I think about my time bed rotting, it was the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I weighed like 260 pounds and I would play League of Legends for 16 hours a day. And when I wasn't playing League, I'm just sitting in bed doom scrolling. I'm like, you know what? Was I thinking that I was depressed at the time? No, but I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was depressed as fuck.
There was one time where like this was kind of like that weird phase where it's like I took a year off after high school, and like there's just this one point where like I'm not even joking you. Like I think I bed rotted for 3 days, and this was like before TikTok. I just watched the entire series of The Office in that 3 days. Like I just pumped through it, and then after that, I literally was like, "Oh shit!" Like I actually need to like, you know, start doing something.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, after I got back from my trip, I had a couple of things that I had to do, but I kind of like spread it out. So like because I still had a day off, I watched a movie. I got up. I did some things. I watched another movie. I watched 2 movies. Fight me, sue me,
off,
kill me,
lazy fucker.
Yeah, right. Like, did I do an ice bath on Monday? No. But would I take it back? No.
But that was gonna be my point. Is like I feel like those morning stuff, like they do too much to the point where like you just kind of like forget to like I guess enjoy life, if that makes sense. But at the same time, if it works for them, it works for them.
So are you pro bed rotting?
Am I pro bed rotting? In healthy doses.
Okay.
Are you pro?
You can limit bed rotting to 2 hours per day.
Are you pro morning routine?
Okay, I think everybody has a morning routine. I'm just sick of the ones that are like not real.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
Why you lying?
Yeah.
Why you always?
So
lying?
what's a normal morning routine? Like what would you say the average listener should strive for?
Okay, average listener.
What should they strive for?
Wake up, do your hygiene that works best for you. And honestly works best for me too, because I don't want to smell you if you smell fucking nasty. Do your hygiene.
Yep.
Have some sort of breakfast.
Yeah.
If you go to the gym, great. And don't worry about the rest.
Just go from there.
Yeah. If you do your little gym, your little morning workout, that's fantastic. I envy you. I'm trying to get on that path myself.
Yeah.
But like the whole nonsense of like planning it out to the minute.
Yeah.
You don't got to do all that.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of hygiene and grooming, there's this one that we kind of talked about before the pod started that I want you to tell me about, which is men are shaving their eyelashes.
Okay,
Like,
so
what's the deal with that? Because that's the first time I've
okay,
ever heard
so
of it.
what I have heard
Okay.
is there are now men that are like that are scared that having eyelashes make them look too feminine.
Yeah.
So they're like
Yeah.
completely shaving their eyelashes off to
Yeah.
try to look like, ooh, like I'm a big man.
God, I love masculinity for that. Like, I fucking
You know what?
I love it because it's just like that's crazy to me. Like, wait, okay, I do have some questions.
Okay.
How are they shaving it? Like, are they
Just like a razor.
they're not just gonna like scissors and like trim in? They just get like a fucking.
I've seen scissors. I've seen razors.
Have you seen like an electric razor or like one of those like
I have seen an
buzzer where they
electric
just
razor.
zoom?
Yeah, and they're just kind of like going up and just like shaving it.
Have you ever seen anyone cut their eyes?
No, that's scary, but that probably wouldn't be allowed on TikTok.
Yeah, that's valid. That's
But I imagine some probably do. But I'm like, why? Also, if you're scared about looking feminine, I guarantee you, because I've asked girls I know about this,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any girl that I know would be with a man that has shaved his eyelashes. Because I feel like a lot of girls always like notice eyelashes on like guys at least because like
Do
even
they?
I've had friends that have been like, "Oh, your eyelashes are long." Like they notice that kind of thing,
Oh,
and I just
I
feel
don't
like,
know, man. I don't know this stuff.
well, no, but
I
like
don't know this stuff.
I feel like you just if you notice somebody has no eyelashes, they're gonna
Yeah.
look insane. They're gonna look like an alien.
It's kind of like when yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you don't realize like how much like your eyebrow like helps
Yeah.
like identify a person.
How much do I have to pay to shave your eyelashes right now?
How much do you have to pay me to shave my
Yeah.
eyelashes? I would have to see what someone looks like to know what I'm signing up for because it's one of those ones
Yeah.
where like right now it seems easy. I was about to be like $50.
So
But
you're not down for the cause of restoring masculinity?
No, I'm definitely not doing it for the You know my stance on masculinity. I think you can do. I think you can do whatever you want. I think putting these ties of.
I just want to make it very clear. I'm actually not against this, and I think it is toxic masculinity, and I think
is.
Alex agrees. So
100%.
We are joking.
We're not getting canceled today.
Yeah,
we ain't getting canceled
do not
today.
Cancel
right?
us.
We're way too early in our social media careers.
Yeah. Please, the 10 viewers watching this, do not cancel us.
My mom.
I think the other trend, we're kind of talking about like wellness and stuff, and I know it's a little bit of a jump, but I want to talk about like eating and like the silly trends around that.
And what do you mean by
I have
silly?
a few. We're gonna start with this one.
Okay.
We're gonna talk first. Have you heard about almond moms?
No. What the fuck is that?
So almond moms are like it's to describe mostly mothers.
Wait, can I describe what I am picturing? I'm picturing like it's probably a mom from like Utah or like maybe the West. Kind of a religious state maybe, and they say that there's some sort of sickness with the cows, so therefore they have to consume almond and like almond milk and stuff like that.
I really like how adventurous you are. That is very off. So being an almond mom is like you kind of grow up in a house where like this mostly talks about your mother, but it could be any of your parents really.
Okay.
It's just like food should be limited. It's restrictive eating, and that's kind of like enforced into you. So your almond mom is like you go out for lunch with your mom, and like you get a burger and fries, and she gets a side salad and doesn't finish it.
Wait,
she's cooking dinner.
So what happens to the burger? Am I still eating the burger?
Yeah, but she's probably gonna make comments about it.
Oh, so she's just like.
It's like like an eating disorder.
I was about to say, so it's an eating disorder. They have an eating disorder. That's what they have.
A little bit, but
that's what an eating disorder is.
I feel like TikTok has talked to like almond moms, and they made a big thing. And it's like, oh, when you have an almond mom, and it's just straight up like showing like everybody's plate at the table, and then showing like, the mom's like,
because like I know we've seen each other when we both had our munchies. Like there's no stopping these two guys. Like there's no stopping us when we're hungry.
Some of y'all have an almond mom. I have a buffet mom.
Like I'm the same. Like it's like you put a fucking tin of popcorn in front of me, and that doesn't stand a chance. That's gone. I could not live like that. That's crazy that people have to deal with that. Yeah. It's kind of sad though as well. It
is kind of sad.
It's one of those ones where it's like nobody asked for it.
Yeah.
You know, like no, like the parent didn't ask for it, the child didn't ask for it, and it just gets passed down.
Yeah. I was also thinking about ingredient households. Do you know about that?
No, what the fuck? I'm
Okay,
I'm
so
learning so much
yeah,
now.
this is the
Wait, isn't that just a normal household where you just have fucking
no.
ingredients?
Okay, no. In your house, you have like snacks.
Yeah.
You have things that you could just like walk
Oh no!
upstairs and just grab and
Yeah,
grow.
I know what you thought. I know where
An
this is
ingredient
going.
household
It's
is it's
just
like,
fucking
Mom, I'm
ingredients.
hungry. Okay, go make yourself some spaghetti.
No, I live in a sauce house now. And I open the fridge and it's just fucking sauce. It's just fucking sauce,
Um,
dude.
I live in a household where my mom's really into like food trends. She's very on top of food trends. So like,
That's fun though.
I don't have like, things I can make a traditional meal with, but I have 10 cans of sea moss.
The fuck is sea moss?
You tell me. There's no like
Oh
fruits
my
or
God.
vegetables, but there's blue spirulina powder.
Oh, I've never fucking heard of that. What is?
It's just food trends. We don't have time to explain
Goddamn.
it, but we can look it up after.
I was about to
but-
say, I feel like the food trends that I've seen, like again, like maybe this shows like our two different sides of like social media, but I've seen like people like just start drinking unpasteurized milk,
I have seen a little bit of that.
and like I you know how bad
It's
that
the
is.
parasite in them.
Well,
They're not.
yeah,
It's
well,
the parasite in them that's hungry.
yeah, it's the parasite that's in them that's saying, "Give me more fucking parasites." Like I just don't get it. I just don't. I don't fucking get it because like I saw like again, it's like I see this trend like all the time, like whenever I see these, and it maybe this might get me canceled, but like it seems to be the same type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It seems to be the same type of people that are doing these trends, and at least like the food ones, and I just don't get it. I just don't get why. Like what's the
Well,
like just enjoy food, man. Just enjoy food. Just enjoy. It's like the best part of life.
wait.
What?
What?
I'm just saying all these food trends where like the almond moms, the unpasteurized
Yeah,
milk
yeah.
people, like the ingredients, like
Well,
the
I think there's a difference.
No, the ingredients household, like have an Oreo, have an Oreo.
I'm gonna defend the unpasteurized milk people for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Because do I
Alrighty.
think it's stupid? Yes. Do they think it's stupid? Probably not. Because I think what happens is we've all, as a society, myself included, gotten a little bit dumb when it comes to the internet. Because
You're
I feel
not
like
drinking unpasteurized milk.
well, no,
like,
but like you probably watch a million TikToks a day, and they say something, and unless you know that that's not true, you're gonna assume it's kind of true.
So you're thinking that people just lack critical theory?
Critical thing, yeah, I
Yeah.
think so a little bit because like sometimes I see something and I'm like, oh, that's probably right, and I keep scrolling, and then if it comes up in conversation later, I'm gonna assume it's right.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I do know what you're saying because I think a lot of people are like that, but at least like I'm a bit more like hypercritical. Like whenever I see like those news TikToks, the first thing I do after if it's something newsworthy, the first thing I do after is I Google and I check different sources.
Throwing things around.
Sorry, it's just my fidget. It's just my fidget.
So I think it depends. If it's something that you're interested in, it definitely makes sense. But if it's something that's like not that important, you're probably gonna believe it. So for these people, because okay, I know a lot of people, and like
okay, Mr. Popular.
well, no, but like I'm so sorry to disrespect this lovely lady, but my mother is one of those people where she believes everything she says on the internet. And like, I come home from work one day and she's like, "Did you know that Bill Nye made 5G towers?" Or not Bill Nye, sorry. Oh my God, who's the Windows guy? Steve Jobs? No.
Oh
my God, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
She was like, "Did you know Bill Gates made 5G towers to give kids cancer?" And I went, "No, I didn't know that."
Do you ever like have fun with it though, and kind of be like, "Oh, can you explain why?"
I've tried to debate it, but I just kind of say like, "Oh, that's interesting."
It's just
sometimes-
easier. It's just
it's
easier
just
that
easier
way.
to,
That's valid.
Because I didn't look it up. She could be right.
Yeah, no, that's
She could know.
That's valid.
But no, I think social media does make us just do like silly things. And I also want to talk about mukbangs. Do you know what a mukbang is?
I do know what a mukbang. I've never participated in one, but I want to so badly.
I feel like okay, there's differences.
Explain. Explain what a
if we
mukbang
went
is.
to Taco Bell, well, mukbang is just you sit there and you feast and you record it.
Like you
Like
kind
you're
of like
eating.
imagine going to like a restaurant, you order the entire menu, and then you film yourself eating it.
Well, I think there's differences. Like if we went to Taco Bell and just got like maybe a normal amount of food and ate
Yeah.
that on
Oh,
camera,
it's like a
that's like a
mukbang.
reasonable
Yeah, that's
mukbang.
fair. That's valid.
But nobody ever does that. I always see like people eating just like food that could actually feed a family of 6.
By themselves.
Yeah.
What's like when I realized that when I was like, do you think it's an American thing? Because like whenever I'm in America and like I sit down at a restaurant, I never finish the food just because the portions there are so.
Okay, skinny.
Oh, brother,
What,
the
are you gonna
portions.
blow away in the wind?
No, but the portions are like
No, I know what you
gigantic.
mean. I
So
mean,
and
it
so
depends on
like
the state. Texas, yeah.
no,
I
even in
never
like
finished in Texas.
even like Buffalo or like like I was in Florida and like the
Mhm.
portions there were crazy. Like
Yeah.
I never finished a meal. Or like for example, if it was a buffet, I only went up for one serving. It was just
Okay.
no, I don't know what it was. But just there's something about the food there. But like I see the mukbangs where like people are in their car and they
Yeah.
have like fucking 6 McDonald's bags, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, like they already had 4 burgers. I bet you they can't go again. And like, and now it's time to get onto the chicken, and then they're eating like
Right.
20 nuggets and like fucking.
Yeah. Um, no, because I think like I'm a pretty sizable individual. Not too much. Don't smile like that. I'm a sizable individual, but like I see these mukbangs, I'm like, you got to be spitting it out.
it's a,
You, it's literally like, not so good.
I just want to see like like a famous like I don't know any famous mukbang people, but then
Yeah,
there's like a TMZ video of them like after someone recording them in the parking lot. They're just
just a
fucking,
big bucket. Oh my god!
they're
But like,
just-
how do you do it? How do you actually do it? I don't know. I do not know.
I just do you watch mukbangs though?
I see
Because
like
clearly people there like clearly there's money in it. Because I see enough, and they're always in their car.
I've never watched it like all the way through, but I've started to like I see them, I watch them for like 10, 15 seconds and I move on.
Like just like one
But like
person.
some people actually just go on YouTube and just like post like 45 minutes of them eating.
See, like I've seen like that where, but it's like a group of people, so it's kind of more like a podcast. Like it's not as like degraded and it's disgusting. Where it's like
Yeah.
they have 20 tacos and they're just like,
Well, okay, I would say like a food review is fine. Like Keith Lee, he's doing God's work.
oh, is that one guy where it's like whenever he goes to a restaurant, it like that restaurant pops off the next
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah. He's like he's from the States. He does tours like to all these
Yeah,
different
no,
states.
that's
Yeah.
valid. What was the one guy that like gained a bunch of weight, then lost a bunch of weight, and he was
Oh, Nikocado avocado.
yeah. I think he, God bless him. I think that's what really started the mukbang trend.
Well, I don't know if he started the trend, but he definitely was a forefront in it.
He
But like
popularized it for
I
sure.
I think some of his mukbangs are like a little crazy though. Like, have you actually ever seen them?
I've seen like clips on TikTok, and like I'm not gonna. I look at it, and I'm just gonna get grossed out. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just kind of watch it, and I just like
Mm-hmm.
it. I just get grossed out when it comes to like. I don't like hearing people chew. That's like something about me. Is like I don't want
Were
to.
you liking it when you heard me devour that meal?
No, but you chew with your mouth closed.
Okay, I keep it demure.
But like some like people that chew with their mouth open, and I'm beside you at a restaurant. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's like the fucking like nails on chalkboard for me. Like I
Oh,
like
this is new tea.
no, I go like feral. Like it's like I keep it. I'm not gonna like make a scene because we're at a meal or something like that. But like in like
Do any of our friends do it?
not that I've noticed like audibly.
Okay,
There's
okay.
like I have been with people that do it, and like I do take notes, and like I just don't sit beside them the
So
next
you're saying
time.
it's a red flag?
I think it's a red flag, 100%. Like not like yeah, no, it is a red flag for me. I'm not gonna lie, it would drive me crazy because like eventually I would say something and then I'm the bad guy.
Um,
Drives me crazy.
yeah. What do you think about like water of the day?
That also fucking pisses me off because like I just like
Mm-hmm.
uh, I just hate that people think that that's like healthy now.
Okay, but
Do you
think
want
about it
to
like this.
explain it? Yeah, explain
Okay,
what it is.
think about it like this. Water of the day. Yes, there may be 3 Kool-Aid packets in there,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, we might have some Mio, and yes, you might top it up with some juice. But they are staying hydrated. Is it the best for your long-term health? No. But like it could be worse. Because I feel like a lot of people struggle to drink water. I feel like you now are a hydrated boy, but I
I'm a
remember you
hydrated boy.
years ago
Yeah, I was
where
not.
like you would drink a Diet Pepsi once a day and that would be your liquid.
Yeah, it was that on like an iced coffee.
So I feel like for those people, it's a starting point. But do we need to drink more water? I think so.
I think I like if it. Okay, you're actually being very nice about it because I was gonna say, you know what? Now that I think about it, if you're drinking water, sure, but I I I'm under the belief where what they're doing to it is not drinking water. Like if you're like, for people that don't know, for context, imagine having like those big Stanley cups that everyone has, filling it up with water, and then put in like those sugar packets,
Hmm.
base of like Kool-Aid or like Mio or whatever, putting
Hmm.
like 4 or 5 of them in, some sparkling glitter, and then a couple pumps of like strawberry syrup,
Okay.
and then them
Okay.
calling that water, and I'm just kind of like, no, that's like
Yeah.
that's diabetes. Like
Honestly, though, it
that's
sounds delicious.
oh,
Do I get?
I'm sure it is
It
delicious.
sounds
Like I
delicious.
got into what is it when I was down in Florida, sweet tea. I know that's just sugar. I know
Yeah.
it's just sugar.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I drank that up though. That was my favorite.
Do you
Oh
know
my
what makes me
god.
sad? It makes me sad that like sugar isn't healthy. Like,
It sucks, dude.
why is diabetes actually just like something we have to think about? Because personally,
Yeah.
if it was up to me, I would be in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru every day.
I was about to say, do you like actively like worry about like your sugar intake?
Um, I worry about it a little bit.
I worry about it quite a bit because
I worry about it a little bit, and I've recognized that my sugar intake is probably higher than others.
yeah.
But like, fuck it, we ball.
No, that's kind of where
We ball.
it's one of those things where like I have like people in my family that have diabetes, and I'm such if you know me, like you put a bag of candy in front of me and it's gone, like
Yeah.
it's fucking gone,
Yeah.
dude. I love I love sugar,
Mhm.
everything about it, and it's one of those ones where I'm like, oh, I should probably like maybe I'll go see a doctor and get checked up, or like maybe stop and my stuff like that. No,
I
dude,
feel like diabetes is one of those things where like
no.
you kind of know if you got it. I feel like diabetes is very intrusive. It's not something that just cooks inside of you. Like you could be pre-diabetic maybe, but you're probably not.
I don't know. I'm just an
How are your
anxious.
toesies? Are they cold?
My toe, no, they're always hot.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
It's not the indicator the moment my feet get
Well,
cold.
like poor circulation is one of the symptoms.
Oh,
So if your little toesies are cold,
is that like if you just get cold in general?
if certain parts of you, like the tips of your fingers, your toes,
Um,
all that kind of stuff.
mm.
I know because one time my feet were really cold in bed, and I looked it up on WebMD, and it said I had diabetes. WebMD is actually another trend
Oh fuck that!
because
I love Doctor Google. I love
no,
Doctor
no, no, no.
Google. Doctor Google's so fun because like it can be the most minor inconvenience, and then it literally says you're
Mhm.
dying.
I think another trend that's actually scary for me because I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. I hate like all the diagnoses that's just like on social media now
Yeah.
because I'm very sensitive.
Well,
Like
yeah.
people will post TikToks and they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Do you do this thing? It's a symptom of this." And
Yeah.
then I'm like, "Fuck, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it."
No, but I think that's a trend with like a lot of stuff. Like for example, like I'm on like posture check talk right now, where it's like everyone being like, "Oh, you have bad posture," and then it's like this whole thing of like,
Yeah.
"These are the steps you have to do. Do you have this? That means you have like scoliosis or something."
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing as like what you were
Mhm.
describing, where it's just like it's just it's just social media where it creates like all these like fucking like minor problems that you think you have, but like
Mhm.
you could have gone your entire life not thinking like not have
Yeah.
seen that and probably would have lived fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think you were born in the wrong generation?
oh, 100%, yeah. 100%, yeah.
Okay, what generation do you think you were born in?
What generation do you think I would be?
Yeah, what one do you think you belong in?
I don't know. I feel like the 70s or 80s would be a pretty fun time.
Why, is you could buy a house for a nickel and a dime?
Yeah, basically. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like it's like it just seemed like a good era. Like actually, let me not say that. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that happens in the
I hear the Twitter post being written.
yeah. It's our 10 viewers.
um,
What era would you be born in?
honestly, well, I think right now is the easiest era. But,
Really?
well, no, like
Interesting.
for for me to I don't know, because I feel like right now I kind of like how everything is just like not easy. That's not the right word, but I think everything is just like we're in an age of information.
That's fair.
Everything feels accessible. If you don't know how to do something, you can Google that shit. Because me personally,
But
I always get lost.
but you have the privilege.
Imagine Imagine
Sorry.
me living in a world without Google Maps.
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
You know that I take the wrong turn every
Yeah.
time I get in the car.
Yeah. That's
So
actually so valid.
so I can't be mad.
Yeah.
I really can't be mad. Yeah, is the housing crisis kind of crazy? It is.
It's the job market fucked. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But would I actually be dead in a ditch if not for Google Maps? Probably.
Maybe you'd learn and adapt just like we are now.
I
I feel like Isaiah would
would
have
send my courier pigeon to locate you.
I feel like you would have a great time in like the 80s. Actually,
Could you see me in the 70s? Like
I
disco? What if
see.
I just did disco? Like
I
Solid
feel
Gold?
like you would enjoy it, but I don't know how supportive the era would be of a LGBT person of color.
But I'm neither of those things.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. I'm also kind of thinking about slang.
Yeah, I'm so far behind on because I actually feel
Yeah.
old now when I work with like the job that I work with. I still work with high schoolers, and I feel so far behind. Like I feel old now. Like I don't know all the slang. So please
Okay.
update me.
The first slang word I'm going to teach you
Okay.
is zoomer.
Okay.
How I would use it in a sentence: Alex is a zoomer.
Yeah, I think I know Zoomer. I know Zoomer. That one hurt.
Yeah,
it's true, but it hurt.
Yeah, no. Okay, so zoomer is just like a Gen Z boomer. It's somebody that's like Gen Z, the older Gen Zs that are just like very like, oh, I hate Gen Z, the new generation sucks. And I have my zoomer moments too. I think when I hear slang that's really popular right now, that makes me hate Gen Z a little bit, because there was a time you see TikToks and you see it, but like I think working in customer service, I'm exposed to like these teenagers that just kind of come in and just like they just ruin my day. They come in and they're like, I bet they sit there and they're like, bro, how can we fuck up somebody's day right now? And they just like they walk in and they're like, skibbity toilet. I still don't really know what that means. I've searched it up and I just see this image of like this video game character in a toilet. I don't know much more.
Where'd that come from? Like, what is?
Don't ask me.
Okay.
Don't ask me. But
Okay.
it's like
Okay.
there's skibbity toilet. There's Riz. Okay, but I like Riz. I like Riz only because
Riz is cool. Riz is good.
Yeah, but I hear older people say Riz now, so I feel like Okay,
It's kind of like when 40-year-olds vape.
you know what? Let's wake that up. Let's wake that up, because I feel like kids probably aren't even vaping anymore. They're probably just smoking.
No, they're all doing Zyn.
Oh, you're right. Actually,
Well,
I did know that. I did know that.
Zyn.
There was some kid that I work with. He's like in high school still, and he goes to the back, and I see him like messing with his teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's doing Zyn.
Yeah.
He's doing Zyn.
Everyone does it, but like it's like no one can stop it. That's why everyone likes this, because you can do it literally wherever. No one would have any fucking clue.
See, but I think the vaping, like when I was driving home from work today, we were at a red light, and I saw this grandma in the car next to me just like puff her vape while driving, and I went, could you imagine if I still vaped?
That's pretty baller, dude. That's sick. See, like I'm not gonna lie, like 40 to 50, sure, whatever. But if you're fucking like old and you're vaping, that's baller as fuck.
Okay,
that's
wait. Let's define when it's cool to vape. If you're a teenager and you vape, not cool.
No, okay.
If you're 20 something and you vape, not cool. If you're younger than 60 and you vape, not cool.
No. But the moment you got gray hair, fucking whip out that vape and start.
If you have a cane in one hand and a jewel in the other,
baller, dude.
I will give you all my money.
No, I instantly want to sit at a bar and just be like, "What's your life story?
Yeah,
tell me your life story."
Yeah. Let's street interview them.
I need to know it.
Let's street interview them. Do you know any slang? What's like the most recent slang you know?
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that, because it's gonna.
You don't know any slang?
No, dude. Like, actually, I'm such a zoomer with this stuff. I can't think of like.
Okay, fine.
I like the one that I like to use is pressed.
Pressed?
Yeah, like, oh, why you pressed?
Did you pick that up in grade 8?
Okay, you fucker. This is my point. What's the one that you use?
I think I really like the Torontonian slang.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Because sometimes like if
Jesus,
somebody
man.
says the word business, because I'm so brain rotted, I go, if the business is true that you left your mom's in the hood, somebody go smoke that you. You got money and you left your mom's there, yo, you're sick to my stomach, fam. But if it's not true, Shorty's just talking shit.
I wanna. I don't know what to say after that.
Shorty just doesn't know how to hang, fam.
If you ever talk to me like that in a club, I'm leaving. Like I'm actually just
Yeah.
I'm walking out.
No, have you ever met anybody in real life though that talks like the Toronto slang?
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, like I know I just like got very disgusted, but he was a fucking hoot and a holler to hang out with. Like because he was just not. It was different. Like
Is it different?
no, it just like every story was just like 10 times more interesting because I was like, it was like I'm trying to figure out a story for the first time, but I'm also trying to translate. Like I'm trying to figure out what he's actually saying. But he would
You were
also
trying to translate? That's crazy. So you were translating.
I had to translate what you just said.
Okay. So what did it translate to? Can you give it the English translation?
The English.
Okay, you ready? If the business is true.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
I was gonna say he basically told our teacher to fuck off with homework, but like in Toronto, like he was like saying like it was like too much work and stuff like that, and he just doesn't have the time for it. I don't know.
How do you say?
I don't know.
It's
It
okay.
was like a couple years ago.
I
It was a
won't put you on
couple
the
years
spot. I won't
ago.
put you on the spot.
No, no.
Um, Speaking about putting you on the spot, though, I think it's time for a really good segment. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I'm. We're gonna give each other green, beige, or red flags, like about each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you guys to like say if you agree or not. So I'm gonna start. Alex
I don't think I
has
cracked.
a whole shelf of Funko Pops in the original container,
Yep.
and some of them are actually signed by like the actors of who play the characters of these Funko Pops.
Yep.
Do you think that's a green, red, or beige flag?
I know my answer to that. I know my
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
I think I low key I think it's a red flag. Like I'm trying to like get rid of them and sell them. But
You know what?
there
I
was a
think it's
while where like I literally was obsessed. What were you gonna say?
so. I think because you have so many Funko Pops you're collecting, it shows that you're trying to collect things like you would collect bitches, and you wouldn't be faithful.
Yeah, my Funkos are all my bitches. Yeah, yeah, those are my bitches. God, am I fucking lonely then? Oh damn.
Okay.
God damn.
That was a joke. That was a
I
joke.
know, I
Honestly,
know what you're
collecting
saying.
things, that's fine. It shows you have commitment.
Yeah,
That could be a
they
green
just take
flag.
up so much fucking space.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
my one for you is I don't know. I won't pull up the exact receipts, but let's just say this man has spent 4 figures on a little video game called League of Legends.
I have done that.
You have done that.
I have done that.
Are you clean?
My lawyers have advised me to not comment on the situation. No, actually, I don't play League of Legends anymore.
Do you actually not?
No.
I don't believe you.
I haven't played in like a week and a half, maybe 2.
A week and a half. That doesn't count.
Okay, but like
That
it's a
doesn't
new
count.
thing.
No,
I
you were just
actually
on vacation. That doesn't
no,
count.
but can I tell you something?
Yeah.
My goal for myself is a maximum of 1 hour of video games per day.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, we're starting slow. I didn't play any yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Are you going fucking crazy?
No,
Okay.
no, I think it's actually very healing because I have gamer rage. And it's so embarrassing because I'm a grown ass man, but I'm yelling at pixels.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
Alright.
there and I'm playing League of Legends.
So
I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those ones where like at first I was like, oh, beige flag, like you can spend your money on whatever you want, and then it kind of went to green flag for you, like being like, oh, I'm restricting the amount of hours, and then it instantly just went to red flag the moment you said that you'd gamer rage.
okay, but I'm open about it. I'm open about the fact that
Okay, I could
for
be.
some reason video games just make me angry, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why
but
do
you
I
could
play
be
it?
open that you're a toxic person. That doesn't help the fact, like.
I think it does.
Does it?
You know what? I like to manage people's expectations.
Okay, that's. I out of all the things, it was original. I was originally gonna give you a green flag on it,
You know
You're
what?
getting
It
a
can
red.
be a red flag.
You're getting a red
It can be
flag.
a red flag,
You're getting a red
and that's
flag.
okay.
What do you think it is?
That I've spent so much money on League of Legends,
Yeah.
I think it's a red flag
Okay.
because shit, I could be spending that on a down payment. I could be spending that on my morning kombucha. I could be spending that
And
on
your
bowls to put my ice in
yeah
that I can dunk my head into.
in your morning routine.
Yeah, I could be spending that on my side hustle. There's so many things. I'm thinking something else about you.
I don't think I
What'd you
coach.
say earlier that you just sit there and like go outside and do nothing?
Yeah, just like sometimes like if I'm like for example if I'm like super overwhelmed or something like that, like I'll go out to my backyard over there. I'll just sit on a chair and I'd take like 5-10 minutes and I just sit there and just soak in life, sit in the sun.
It's giving Joe Goldberg,
Who?
the guy from You.
Oh, I haven't watched you.
Okay, it's
It's like
giving serial killer.
I have like no, I no, but I have different variations of it. So like these are my favorite variations, and it depends on my mood. I'll either sit there and just do nothing, just like kind of just
Mhm.
sit outside, recharge. I'll sit there with some music and doom scroll Pinterest, or I'll sit out there and like just do some work.
That's not doing nothing though.
No,
You're
no, the
taking it
first
all
one's
in.
doing nothing, but like the second one, I would
Oh,
also kind of say it's kind of doing nothing, but you're outside doing nothing. Like
did you
you're,
say you were like listening to music though?
yeah, I'm listening to music and
That's
doom
not doing nothing.
and like doom scrolling Pinterest.
Okay, that's not doing nothing.
No, no, but the first one's doing nothing, where I'm just sitting out there
But if
like,
you're listening to music, that's fine.
no, 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 the first one, I'm telling you, it's just silence,
Just raw dogging it.
just raw dog silence.
That's crazy.
What I don't think
That's
that's
no,
that
that's a red
crazy.
flag
And
actually.
I do it when I'm like over, like if I'm like if I need to clear my mind, I will do that. If I have like
Clear your mind.
if I have like I have ADHD, bro. Like I have thoughts racing. I have so many stuff that I
Okay.
like want to do or like like anxious about stuff, and I just go outside and I just think about it.
Right. And are you also thinking about all the people you can murder in this time?
Yeah. Guess who's first on the list, motherfucker?
um, you know what? Honestly, if I did get murdered, I would assume it would be you.
Oh,
I feel like going
so
into this,
sweet.
no,
That's so
going into
sweet.
this, everyone thought I would have to be the one that, would get censored.
No, it's
But
me.
yeah, no, you're
I had to bite my lip a couple times this episode. There's a couple of times. I'll tell you what.
okay,
There's a couple times
okay,
where I had to bite my lip.
okay, all right.
Um,
To stop yourself from killing somebody?
yeah, you.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Let me think of another one for. Oh, I think it's a green flag. Sorry. What do you think my sit outside and doing nothing is?
I'll say it's a beige flag, but
It's a beige flag.
just knowing.
Just know what.
Okay, the no music red flag.
Okay. So like
Music or some sort of activity, beige to green.
but then
I'll say beige.
but then you can't like think. You can't like
Why I gotta think?
man.
Name one time thinking has been good.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Who thinks anymore?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm definitely not trying to just think of another one for you to wrap it off.
Okay. You know what? I'll say one about myself.
Okay, go ahead.
I love my cat so much that I pick him up and swing him around.
That's actually a good one. Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
I pick him
He's
up
a
and
proud
swing him
father.
around, and I
He's a
call him my son. Is
Yeah.
that a red flag?
He's a proud father. No, I think it's a green flag
Oh,
because
really?
it shows that you can like care for another creature. Like
Yeah.
you're like
Except for babies, actually.
like what? Yeah, I don't do babies. Babies scare me.
Babies are scary.
Hey, they scare me because they're so delicate. Like like
yeah.
you fucking move its head wrong, it snapped its neck. Like it's just that's it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a green flag though with you and your cat. Like it shows
Okay.
that like one, you can take care of yourself and you can take care of another
Okay.
creature.
Okay.
Like you got it. There's like financial responsibility, and then there's
Mhm.
also like I guess like emotional maturity. Like
Okay.
I think it's a green flag.
Okay, Smoke. Do
I
you
think
have
it's
one for yourself?
Do I have like a one for myself? Oh, I talk about politics a lot. Like a lot. Like I bring it up in conversation. I'm someone where like you can we can literally be doing anything, and I just get like upset because I think about the politics of it, and then like I need to like talk about it if that makes sense. Like for example, like we went out the other night, not last night, but a couple nights ago. We were talking about like we were watching the hockey game, and there was like a political ad, and I just got like nobody was talking about politics, and then all of a sudden I'm starting talking about like politics, being like, oh, like fuck this person and all that shit,
I think whether or not that's a red or green flag really probably depends on who you're talking to. Because if you talk to people that with the same political views as you, I would say it's a green flag, maybe.
Really, I think it's such a red flag of me because like I hate when I bring up politics because I feel like I just like no one asked for it, you know.
Yeah, I guess it depends on like who you're talking to. It's
That's
about
fair.
knowing your audience.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, and that's the biggest green flag you can have is knowing your audience.
Okay.
And on that, why don't you wrap us up?
Um, if you learned anything from this episode, it's social media is fucking useless. You should wake up at 5 in the morning, eat 5 raw eggs, work out, and then trade stocks for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Have your fucking water of the day,
Mm-hmm.
followed by a mukbang at lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and then you should shave your eyelashes, but only
Yeah.
if you're a man.
Yeah.
Only because
Yeah.
otherwise, you know. And then you bed rot for the rest of the rest of the night,
Yeah.
and
I was thinking
then
about it knives. He's actually gonna kill somebody.
and then get off social media.
Yeah. Take a social media cleanse.
Yeah,
Cleanse your face.
and cleanse it by doing a morning routine.
Yeah. Wash your ass and have a good night.
Yeah.